Here we go. We're actually celebrating 16 years since we were funded this week. So we've been around for a little while. We're not a startup. And the whole idea of the company, as he mentioned from Sayaluk, our founder, was that the world has got plenty of material already. We don't need to use and create more virgin source material. And we're in the fabrics and textiles business. And actually, the materials we use are not only textiles, we also use advertising materials. We use boat sails, exhibition carpets, one of the worst single-use materials, exhibition carpets. You rent it for the exhibition, but actually what you're doing is you're using it for 4 or 5 days and then it's get burned in an oven. That's one-time use, and it just seems crazy that that can't be utilized, but we've started using that as well. So our main core skills, as we've been talking today, is design. We are looking at the material, what we can create out of it, and extend the life of it. So design is at the core. We've been talking about this material efficiency today and core skills, etc. And I've just sort of honed in today that our skill is designing from existing materials and looking at how we can use them so that their life is extended for a longer period as possible and their environmental impact is as little as possible. Let's see. Textiles in general and fashion are one of the worst affecting industries in the world. It is a global problem, not only from a social point of view, but also from an environmental point of view. These facts and figures just show that it is a huge material problem because the production of the materials and the pollution that's caused along that side, as well as the disposable nature of fast fashion, and then at the other end, the pollution that's caused by it all. The world has got a lot of consumer products and consumer textiles which are wasted, but our concentration really is in the industry waste, because we don't do one-off products, we make production lines, and therefore we utilize 20% of industry excess. And a lot of it might be even something that has never been used. Somebody ordered 20 rolls of fabric into their storage, and they only used 18 of them. So what do they do with the last 2 rolls? They hang on to it, they can't throw it away, they don't want to burn it. Burning is not the solution. You can't bury it in the ground anymore like we used to in the past. So it sits there in storage, and then we are able to buy it in and utilize it into making products. So it's using what is already there, and that's the whole idea of our business, is that we create something valuable, we upcycle and create more value in the process. We also create products which are practical. So we've got a consumer product side, which you can go and look at our website, and those are consumer products. But half of our business comes from what we cooperate with businesses. We provide them with a means of practicing sustainable procurement by designing products for them, together with them, which can utilize their own materials as well. Workwear. And this is one of the concepts that we've been developing recently, and that's what I want to concentrate on today, not our consumer business. You can find out and read about that on our website. But the big problem is, for businesses, you've got 1,000 workers. How many workwear, jackets, trousers, they are used for X number of, or period, and what happens to it? There's a lot of rental services, but when they're branded, you still can't just burn it at the end of the day. Even if it's rental, it's still made for that business and their needs. Therefore, it's still, in effect, branded and can be reused. From our point of view, they're buying not just the product, but a solution to their excess needs. We're talking about workwear, marketing materials, from advertising flags to banners, all sorts of things that are being created. Exhibition carpet might be ordered to a particular brand color. It's not going to be used again, so therefore we can make something out of it. And what I do generally is talk to the business. What excess do you create, and what procurement needs do you have, and can we combine these two? And in the ideal situation, we can make something for their procurement or their PR purposes, which has been from their own excess. There we go. So the idea is that not only do we provide them with a service and a solution, we also provide them with data. And we're talking about image, communications, sustainability reporting data, etc. So we can have a look at how many jackets have been taken, how many zips are removed, how many buttons, and we try most resource efficiently to utilize them. So we might agree with a customer that, okay, we'll make rucksacks for you, X number of these, and then we'll see if the sleeves, we can make some smaller products out of those, and then how do we utilize them as best way we can. And we calculate and provide data so that we do use as much of the products. And this is the problem with especially clothing, is that they're not single material. We sometimes have to try and figure out, has it been fire coated? Can you use it? You can't therefore melt it as cotton because it's got all the other chemicals that it's been coated with. Therefore, the best way to use it is as something else which doesn't rely on those qualities being affected. There we go. Other cooperation we do with businesses is such as this is a recent case. We've been working with the Finnish shoe company Sievi for many years. Every year they have a new range of shoes, and therefore they create these banners, and we make bags and backpacks and shoe bags out of those for them. Also, our latest summer range uses their production excess leather, and we've created a summer collection utilizing those. So we're both benefiting, their excess and we get raw material. And one of the things that I hate talking about is waste, because people talk about waste. It's our resource. It might be excess, but we want to make something out of it which is good quality and add value to it and upcycle it to the point where excess leather, which would otherwise be thrown away, is created into consumer products which we want people, of course, to buy, because that's the main thing, is that there's a market demand for them. And each product that we sell or make comes with a little label. And that's as far as I'm concerned, more important than anything else is the story behind each product as well. So you're able to provide a story that I used to be something else, and rather than being thrown away and discarded, I'm now continuing life as something else. And this is for our business partners a very big sort of point as well. But it's difficult always finding the combination of this, the sort of sustainability, circular economy, marketing, branding, and bringing all these people together and say, listen, these things are affecting all of you. It's not just one department that needs to procurement and buy something, but it's the whole sort of big picture that we're looking at. So in a sense, there's been lots of terms, as in we've a small Finnish design brand, but we've been practicing circular economy, and it's part of our brand DNA. Our main market is still domestic. People here know us, but we're of course hoping that people will understand that we're not just limited to Finland, and although our production is local as well, this could be something that could be expanded and made global in effect. But of course we don't want, as part of the values, that materials are being sent from one side of the world to the other, but the core business being the design is something like we were talking earlier, is the skill that we have and the knowledge from 16 years that how to utilize existing things and make something longer term use out of them. But yes, our founder Seija's details are there, and please go and look on our website if you want more information. Thank you.